my music store was for everyone, and it was all kinds of music. And Rogers Park brings me that. And I think that community needs me. I know I need them. I think they need me there. I think what I'm going to do is going to be good for the area, and I think it'll be good for me. I don't go in expecting to get rich, but I've never owned a business in my life I expected to get rich. All I wanted to do was to, in a small way, make a difference and make a living. I think I can do it there, and I'd love to do it there. This is it. I got to get back in business. I got to do this, and the GoFundMe is the only thing.
This is WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM. We are interviewing Ray Pate, small business owner. So Ray, what in your past helped you fight for your business the way you have?
Well, I've never had a fight like this. I've never had a landlord steal from me. Being a small business owner, it's constantly a battle. It's constantly like you're sitting there, and any small business owner that is listening to this gets it. You sit there every week with your bills, and you go, okay, who's not going to get paid this week? So people deal with that in their home life. I get it. I understand that. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, the people who have donated to this. I have a cousin who is basically dying. She's dying of cancer, and she made a donation. She's on a fixed income. Who knows how long she's going to be around. When I got that donation, I was crying my eyes out. I couldn't believe it. And, I was sharing it with her, but I was sharing the information with her, hoping she would share it with other people. Mm-hmm. I didn't think of her giving me a donation. Mm-hmm. Someone like that gives me a donation. I get a tear in my eye every time I get a donation. I'm going, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then I always, immediately when I get a donation, I don't put it off. I write a thank you. I make every thank you to that person personally, and I try to personalize it. I don't have a standard thing that, thank you so much. I personalize everything, and it's obviously it's a lot easier when I know the person. I've had customers do it. I've had family members do it. I've had others not do it. We're all dealing with problems. Everyone is dealing with problems. I'm not saying my problems are bigger than anyone else's, but my problems are pretty big because I can't make a living now. I'm asking for help. Somebody's got a better plan. I'd love to hear it.
Please describe how you consulted with the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce to help you.
I met Bill on the campaign trail. In fact, I signed his petition. He's running for alderman. And, I signed his petition. We had talked. I had worked for Don Gordon when Don Gordon ran for alderman against Joe Moore and put up a really good fight. Closest anyone ever got to beating him. And Bill and I hit it off, and I was talking about the record store. And at that time, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And he said, it'd be great to have around here. And we exchanged information. So I reached out to him. I made a phone call, left a voicemail, and then I backed it up with an email as well saying, hey, I'm going through this. Help me. I want to do this. In fact, I even have a location that I'm interested in that I think would be perfect. But I need help to make this work. I need you to reach out to the community for me. Give me everybody's email list. I'll email everybody. I don't care. And I will just explain who I am. Give them my email. Give them my phone number. Let's talk. I love it. I'm all about interaction. Let's talk. So, and Bill was, he's a really good man. He's a really good man and is behind me. And people like that behind me, nobody wants to fight a battle by themselves. I think I'm slowly building an army of support. Obviously, everyone that has donated. Plus, there are a lot of people that are contacting me, offering advice. I want to get open ASAP because I want to be open for Record Store Day.
Do you have any plan to change your business model?
Okay, my business model was a record store that had everything, CDs, cassettes. One of the things I was very proud of was that I made major connections with local artists. I had local artists playing in my store. I carried their music in my store. I had a section of local artists. A Jason Cruz, a guy and girl team, they played in my store. I had their CD in my store. Really good talent. I tell everyone all the time, you You really need to pay attention to these local artists because they are making amazing music, and you get to go to a place and see them for $10 and have a beer for $5, where if they make it, you're going to pay $100 or more, and you're going to pay $10 or $12 for that beer. Go see these guys now as they're learning their craft, as they're developing their craft. Liz and the Lovelies, an amazing band. They play everywhere. They're special. I'm proud that they were with me. Sugar Pulp, they just came out with an album. Amazing band. And they played at my store. I hope to have my new store open so they can play there again, because I know they will. And Man Called Noon, which a band that I've actually worked with and actually helped them get a couple of gigs. And they helped me get my record store out there. Tony.
How so did they promote for you, for your record store?
They just told everybody about it. They became customers. They told everyone about it. They, through Man Called Noon, I met Sugar Pulp. I met Liz and the Lovelies. Adjacent Crews, I met them by myself. They actually came in. They were my customers. And then they talked to me about them playing music. And I told them so many times I was going to go see them that finally I couldn't make it. Although I did make it to see some shows, but I just couldn't get to all of them because you just can't. But I tried to get to as many as possible. I'm on Facebook. I'm always interested in shows. And I've made some of those shows. Yeah, so, like I said, Man Called Noon, an amazing band that hooked me up with these other bands. I'm just so glad. And I want to do that here. The music in Rogers Park is amazing. And there's musicians that I want them to play in my store. I want them to come and hang out and play for a half hour. I want somebody that has some free time and would like to teach guitar out of my store to children. That's what I want to do. I want to have the store where someone who's a musician says, you know what, I'd like to give a couple hours of my time on a Saturday afternoon or a Friday night and just come in and teach children how to play guitar or how to play a violin. I want that in my store.
Did you ever offer music lessons at your previous location?
You know what? I tried to get that off the ground, and there were a couple of people that I had worked with. It never got off the ground. I plan to push that real heavy. I'm hoping that musicians that might be listening to this say, wow, yeah, I want to be part of that. Yeah, can my band play there?
Do you still remember your first band that played at your previous store?
Man Called Noon was the first band to ever play. They did that to me, and there's 8 people in the band. They go, how are we going to do this? I go, I don't know, we'll work it out. And it worked. And they played, and then they actually played for me 4 times.
Oh, nice.
So because of that connection, I met Sugar Pulp, amazing band. I met Liz and the Lovelies. I am big fans of all those bands. I love their music. You want to go to Google Music, go to Spotify, check out the amazing music these people are making. And when you see them playing somewhere in the city, and just check it out, follow them on Facebook, go to their website, follow them, find out where they're playing, and go see them. You're gonna love them. Tell them Ray from RPM sent you. Because I'm always pushing them, so I want somebody to say, yeah, the reason I'm here is because Ray from RPM sent me.
Okay, what advice can you share with our students and the community about being a small business owner?
Wow, advice. Well, I guess be sure that you are ready for the commitment, because it's a major commitment, and be prepared for having the toughest boss you're ever going to have. Because once you're the boss, you are tougher on you than any boss. And we've all worked and had really bad bosses. And be prepared for a lot of tough days. It's a roller coaster, but it's a ride that's worth taking, because when you reach some amount of success, you've got you to thank for it. And when you screw up, and you're going to screw up, because we all do. We're human beings. We make mistakes. I've never met a perfect person in my life, and if I ever did, I would walk away, because I can't handle perfection. Imperfection is beautiful, knowing that everyone makes mistakes. So be prepared to make mistakes, and if you learn from those mistakes and you just study it. Whatever your business is, study it, pay attention to what other people are doing, and, don't be afraid to steal an idea. Take an idea that somebody else has and make it better. There's only so many ideas out there. We got to steal each other's ideas. I mean, I shared some stuff, what I want to do with my store. If somebody else does this, that's okay, because I got a notebook full of ideas. So if every idea I told you today you steal, I got more that I'm not telling you today, because you got to keep some things to yourself.
Thank you so much, Ray, for joining us at WZRD and giving us some advice about being a small business owner, and for sharing your issues and just revealing a little bit about yourself and not being afraid to show how you're vulnerable to the vagaries of life. Thank you so much, Ray.
No problem. Thank you, everyone. Please save Ray's Records, RPM, GoFundMe. Go check it out. There is no donation that's too small. I think the limit is $5. If you donate $5, you're still going to get a beautiful note from me, a personal note from me, and a lifetime discount. My plan is, once I get that store open, I am taking everybody who donated to that GoFundMe and put you on a plaque, and you're going to be proudly displayed in my store with a heading that simply says, "The reason I'm here."
Beautiful.
And then when people ask why, I have something to talk about, and that'll be you. So thank you. Thank you for having me. Let's make this happen. Let's all get together and join this team. I need you on my team. Thanks.
And here's to beautiful music.
Oh, yeah. Keep the music coming. And to all the people that are out there making music, I support you. And I want to have my store. I want to sell your shirts. I want to sell your CDs, cassettes, albums, anything that you have, I want to sell in my store. Keep an eye out for me. Follow me on Facebook. And as soon as that store is open, just come and see me and think about playing. In the perfect world, I can have entertainment three or 4 days a week. I can do that. Let's do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
Mm-hmm.